Asidai mwari mationa Mumoyo mangu ndaremerwa. Tell me what to do, ndinoyedza. Got this evidence of children hope. Hope and revival for my hometown. Hope and revival for my homeland. Lord, restore us, make us new. Children hope. Hope and revival for my hometown. Hope and revival for my homeland.
Okay. Welcome back. My name is Revimbo, and I am the founder of Modern Lessons to Africa. I'm here again with another episode. We meet here every Friday. We try to meet here every Friday, as and when we can. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to have this session with you before Christmas. Christmas box, guys. Christmas box. I'll be waiting for my Christmas box gifts on the 26th. So hopefully you've got some exciting Christmas plans ahead, and hopefully this news that I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to aid to you feeling joyful during this period. So yeah, let's dive right in. Again, thank you for joining in. If you're joining me over on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, welcome. Today, I am going to be talking to you about climate finance and finance opportunities available for you there. And I'll be going into detail about that very, very shortly. Before I go into that, I want to touch on quickly on what is climate injustice, because I think the West often really talks a lot about, Merry Christmas, Junior. Thank you for joining me. So often we hear a lot of the times people talking about climate change, climate injustice, and there's always all these events they seem to be going to and attending. So I want to give you a bit of background on what that is. So as you might know, there is all these conversations around climate change issues that are affecting a lot of countries, a lot of people. You see that a lot in weather changes. You see that in food shortages because of drought. You see that because you start to see famine as well, mainly because of drought. So I think that is probably a key area I want to focus on in terms of some of the implications that come with climate change, and because it relates more so to Africa, because Africa is very dependent on its agriculture. So because it's so dependent on its agriculture, having climate issues is not great at all. I see, I'm trying to navigate a lot of buttons popping up from different angles there. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just dive into my notes here so I can take you through this. So I'm just going to quickly read through from some of the stuff that I've been researching. It says climate injustice is a stark reality in Southern Africa, where changing weather patterns affect vulnerable communities and threaten food security. Recent developments at COP28 bring both challenges and opportunities, shaping the future of all Africans. So I'm going to also be talking about the most recent COP28 event that happened in Dubai. A lot of leaders would have been meeting there to discuss some of the key topics around fossil fuels, what they're going to be doing around that. But secondly, also around climate finance, which is very, very important for us as Africans to be aware of. The reason being, if we can tap into this finance and hold these people accountable for their pledges, we're going to be flying. So in terms of understanding climate injustice, one of the things and key things that we are not taught is the fact that we are eligible for things for our suffering. So when we say, people in Africa are really suffering, okay, but what is being done in order to make sure or to relieve the fact that they are suffering? So number one, when thinking about, some of the challenges within climate change and agriculture declining and things like that, you have to start thinking about the West is responsible for this decline in the climate issues, right? So they are burning fossil fuels, they're using fossil fuels and all of these things, and it's benefiting them. But the people who are being affected by their actions are the people in third world countries. So then you then start to have a conversation around, okay, so if that's the case, that means that you owe us for the damage. So this is what they've been doing and what they've been discussing. Some of the discussions have included them saying, okay, each country is going to pledge an amount of money that is going to be given to Africans. So if you're listening to this, listen very carefully, because they have just agreed. A lot of countries have made pledges in the most recent COP28 that happened in Dubai. They have pledged for money to be distributed. Some have doubled, some have kept the same amount. Basically, this money is supposed to go to you guys. So if you are doing anything in farming, if you are creating anything innovative that is going to aid to this climate issue in your local community, there is funding for that. And I want to tell you today about a funding that I found by an organization called Green Climate Fund. So I'm going to put this in here in the comments, and then you can see that there. So do go have a look. They already have projects. I had a look. They've got some projects already in Zimbabwe. Have a look at that, because that is going to be really, really good to know and have access to. So what this funding, so part of this funding, I'm just having a look here. So the Green Climate Fund pledges for resilience and sustainable development projects. So recent pledges boosted GCF's, which is the Green Climate Fund's second replenishment to a record of 12.8 billion US dollars. Huh? Sorry, huh? How much? There is money! 12.8 billion. There is money. There's money. There's money. Okay. Guys, there's money there. So they are currently financing 2 projects, a total GC funding financing of 35.4 million that is being distributed to 2 projects in Zimbabwe currently. Readiness support improvement, so 3.9 million. They've distributed 3.9 million already, and they've got 3.9 approved, meaning that they have a lot more millions for projects to be approved. So I would encourage you, if you've got a business idea, if you've got something that you're doing in agriculture, wherever you're located in Africa, and you say, I've got a solution, and sometimes you don't actually need to think about it too much, because if you have a farm and you're farming on that farm and you need resources for irrigation, you need resources to be able to make that process sustainable for you and your family and in your local community, and it's going to provide people jobs, that is enough, and you can apply for funding. Of course, they are tips and tricks of how you can make sure you stand out and that your project is approved and things like that. But I trust you all to be very, very intelligent, and I know that you'll be able to put in applications that are good. So have a look at this organization, the Green Climate Fund, because they are actively giving out money for you to be able to create and build resources within your organization. Like, you know, one of the things that I'm always reflecting on is the fact that, okay, when this money is approved and it goes to wherever it is that it needs to go to, like whatever country it is, and we know that we have corruption in a lot of our countries. So if the money comes to the government, the money is not going to be equally distributed to the people that need it the most. So if you apply yourself and actually be the one to steward that money, that is also going to be very, very good for your community. people keep saying, we can't keep waiting for our leaders to create change for us. There are these opportunities, and I know we haven't always known that these opportunities are available, but let's make the most of it. I want to round off by saying local action and collaboration is one of the things that is coming out of all this research, or this funding, the whole idea of trying to empower individuals through community-based adaptation projects. So community-based asset creation and risk transfer through water index insurance. This is all technical stuff that's basically saying they're doing community-based projects. Ooh, my thing is gonna die. We don't want that. Okay. So they're doing community-based projects, especially in terms of not weather index insurance. Local initiatives, collaborations, and sustainable practice can drive positive change in promoting things at grassroots level, which simply means at local level, in your community, in your local area, you can be creating change, and you can be funded for that. So do have a look at that. Don't say I never gave you anything for Christmas. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I will be off until the new year with some exciting new stuff. I definitely need a lot of rest from this year. I think this year has been trialing. I don't know how this year has been for all of you, but I'll be honest, 2023 slept me left, right, and center. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. Like, I really didn't. So I'm looking forward to 2024. I definitely feel like there's going to be more challenges ahead of us, at whatever capacity that is, whatever field you're in. But that means that we have to be more resilient. I think if you have experienced a challenging 2023 like I have, you probably realize and recognize that in the upcoming year you are just going to be pressed even more. But that means we have to fight even more. We have to fight for our freedom. We have to fight for the future of our children. And the way that we do that is we make sure that we're staying educated, that we're tapping into opportunities, and we're not giving up hope. The best thing, the most powerful thing that we have in all the challenges going on in the world is our hope. So we cannot lose that. We have to keep fighting. So thank you so much if you've been joining me on week. Thank you if you've only joined me today. I really appreciate you being here, and also hopefully all of this has been valuable for you. Do not forget to come and find me. Do drop me an email. If you've got business ideas, if you just want to know more about how you can tap into different opportunities. But equally, I would say go over to the website on modernletterstoafrica.com, or you can find links in my bio. Come and have a look at what we're up to, trying to train people to gain digital skills, because I always say this, that by 2025, we're looking at 50% of jobs in the West being cut, meaning that if you're in Africa, you are going to be behind already. You're already behind. We don't want that for our people. And so we have to keep making sure that we're upskilled and we're ready to go. Be sure to come over and follow me on TikTok. I'm actually on a hiatus on TikTok, apart from the fact that I came live today, and then I'll be disappearing again for the next up until the Christmas finishes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back into the new year. Great new opportunities. I'll be sharing so much more information. So make sure to tune in, because I'll be giving you active information about grants that you can apply for, funding that you can apply for your business, for your ideas, because it's time to get that money, not for money's sake, but so that we can change our environment and be the change that we want to see, as cliche as that always sounds. Okay, I've said a whole lot there. Have a wonderful Christmas. I'll be waiting for my Christmas box, guys. I'll be waiting to see what you guys have got for me. And I'll be sure to see you in the new year. Bye. Please don't go to my spread, guys. Please don't do that. Bye.